Fisherman's Landing Campground is nice. Why tear it down?
It's not that we want to tear down the campground. What we're looking at is what is the highest and best use of our lakefront property, and how can reusing the campground space facilitate additional higher quality public access for more residents and more visitors.
Does Fisherman's Landing bring money to the city?
Fisherman's Landing Campground does not bring money into the city. The improvements at the campground and the revenue from the campground stays with the campground and is reinvested back into it. The city does make money from the sale of launch ramp permits at Fisherman's Landing. Because the launch ramp will remain, that revenue will also remain.
What about the economic impact of the big fishing tournament and campers that spend money in Muskegon?
So we have looked into the data on how Fisherman's Landing visitors impact our downtown businesses. We've looked at this in two ways, and it's through what's called placer data, or really what we're looking at is foot traffic data using cell phone data as the tool. And what we see is that, yes, indeed, people from Fisherman's Landing do go to downtown businesses. However, when you flip that and look at where the majority of downtown business traffic is coming from, it is not coming from Fisherman's Landing. That's not to say that it doesn't happen, but when we're looking at where the majority of folks are coming from before or after visiting a downtown business, be that in the Pine Street corridor, the Farmers Market, the Western Avenue corridor, Fisherman's Landing does not crack the top 10 locations where people are coming from before or after visiting our downtown locations. Additionally, what we see from the Fisherman's Landing data is historically, folks who have frequented Fisherman's Landing are visiting at a higher frequency restaurants and shops outside of the city of Muskegon rather than in the city. We do see that they are visiting in the city, but again, it's not at that significant level that it's making a data impact from the information that we can quantify.
Will the boat launch at Fisherman's Landing go away? Where will fishing tournaments be held?
The launch ramp is not going away. The launch ramp will remain, the fish cleaning station will remain, the bathrooms will remain, and we're also looking to reposition the pavilion to another location on site. So those amenities that the fishing tournament uses that are associated with the launch ramp will remain. There will be a loss of some parking spaces on the north end of the parking lot directly adjacent to the fence line at Fisherman's Landing, but other than that, nothing will change regarding the ability to use Fisherman's Landing as a launch ramp.
If we're getting rid of the campground for the Verplank property, can you explain what the new nature reserve area would look like?
The best way to think about what the 25 acres at Verplank could end up looking like is the Riverwalk in North Muskegon at the intersection of M120 and Lake Drive, kind of across from the old Rite Aid in North Muskegon. If you go park there and walk through that area, walk the boardwalk, that's something similar to what we envision for the 25 acres on the Verplank property.
What amenities would be in the new 3rd Street Wharf area, and how soon would the public have access?
So 3rd Street will most likely end up being a promenade from the south end of the berth up to Muskegon Lake, and then the head of the wharf will end up being a park area green space as well. Really what we envision for that area is benches and areas to observe the water and interact with the water the way that you want through walking and again, some more passive recreation up through that area.
A lot of people would like to see a different campground or more camping on Muskegon Lake. Are there any plans for that?
City's not opposed to a new location for a campsite on Muskegon Lake. The challenge is finding exactly where that would be most feasible. The city is not opposed to camping locations in other parts of the city. We do know that Muskegon County is working on establishing a campground at Dune Harbor Park in the city of Norton Shores. Dune Harbor Park also borders the city of Muskegon on Sherman, just to the west of Lincoln and up to Lake Michigan. So There will be camping in the urban area of Greater Muskegon in the future, so camping won't be completely lost. And the city is also very open to finding other locations for camping in the city.